Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Friday, July 16th, and oh my gosh, it's one of those days where I have too much to talk about. I need to have an outline written down. I'm going to miss things. I'm going to be scattered. I'm sorry. I'm just setting it up for you because that's how it's going to be. I stayed up a little bit too late. As it turned out, actually not as much happened as I thought was going to because, or they didn't put cameras on it because I didn't see a meeting the Slaughterhouse reported. There was supposedly going to be one, but I didn't see Kyland actually talk to a lot of people like I thought he was going to. And I know some people said he wasn't, but then he said he was. So I'm not sure what happened. But no one that I follow or check up on is reporting that Kyland had a Slaughterhouse meeting. So the big meeting of the night that I saw was Tiffany, Claire, and Derek X. I would love to see that be a trio. I like those three people. I would really love to see that be a trio. I have said that my four players that last week that I said my four favorite players or you know whatever I want to say it, I said was Derek X, Xavier, Claire. Well, no, I didn't say Derek X. I said Xavier, Brent, Claire, and Tiffany. But I really want to see Derek X do well, but he just doesn't seem to be quite in control of the game because he doesn't know the game very well. But I would love to see Derek X, Tiffany, Claire as a trio. That would be awesome. I don't know how much value Tiffany sees in Derek long term, or if she's just kind of using him because he doesn't know the game very well. I mean, she definitely is taking him under her wing in some ways, but she may be ready to drop him at a moment's notice. I don't know how loyal she is to him. And in part, you can't blame her because she's looking at him like, you don't know the game. I'll hold on to you and I'll keep you here, but right now you're not as much value to me because you don't understand the game very well or don't know all the intricacies of it. So, but none of those people are head of household. So let's talk about everything. The hinky votes, the rogue votes, whatever you want to call them. I think Derek promised Frenchie he was going to throw him, or Frenchie knew it was going to happen. Someone pointed out that there was a vote from each, quote, side. Sides are a little bit still fuzzy to call them sides. I need my alliance, or I need my house guest list to really do this proper justice. But you have, the two different sides. It's hard to call sides because Slaughterhouse is so many people, and it's not just the people that aren't in Slaughterhouse that are necessarily in alliance, because there are people that are in Slaughterhouse that aren't in an alliance. But definitely Frenchie and Brent, and probably Christian and Alyssa, Whitney. They could all be put kind of on one side. And Tiffany, Claire, I want to say Derek. I think they want to bring in Kyland. I think they are hoping to kind of grab Kyland, but again, he's still with them. It's Azah, I think, but again, Azah is not impressing me yet as a big player. Who else? I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I really need a visual to look at the names that I'm not talking about. Derek F. I want Derek F. to do okay, but he's awfully tight with with Frenchie. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. I mean, I can see Derek F. pulling himself out of the fire that he's getting himself in with Frenchie. But right now, his loyalty to Frenchie is not something I'm particularly crazy about. Just because Frenchie is too erratic, and Tiffany has said it. Tiffany has said Frenchie's all about himself, and he really is. I mean, I think maybe in his heart he wants to help other people and take care of it, but he can't help but watch out for himself first, and it makes that want to be selfless hard to do. So he wants to play it a certain way, but then he becomes like, no, I gotta watch out for this, and that burns him with people that he's trying to work with. He wants to save Kyland, but then Kyland was not happy about being a pawn, and so he gets pissed off and I said, well, that's fine. Forget you. I gave you, I tried to do something nice and you ruined it. All right, so that's all just general thoughts. I want to talk about what happened last night as best I can cover it. Trying to remember the bits and pieces, because frankly, there's lots of bits and pieces. Let me scan my timeline for the things. I was watching a lot of this, but I need to almost see it to remember to tell you guys it. They were trying to come up with the hinky votes. Brent and Xavier were talking. They thought Derek apparently protested a lot because the feeds were down for 3 hours. All right, that's all I'm going to say. The feeds were down for 3 hours. I was not happy about it. We'll move on from that. When the feeds came back, we found out there seemed to be a little bit of drama over the rogue hinky votes, and Derek F was apparently protesting a lot, to the point where Brent felt like, I think maybe it was Derek, because he was protesting so much that it couldn't have been him, or that, and all that. They never really named Tiffany as a person for the hinky vote, so she seems to be in the clear. But who said it? Did somebody say that they think it was French, that Tiffany might have been one of them? Someone did say, I think it was one person from each side, like I said. So there's thought, but in the end, it doesn't matter. And I know Xavier said we'd all be getting along wonderfully if it wasn't for those hinky votes. That's really not true, because they still would have all been scrambling, but, whatever. It's a good soundbite to have an argument against the hinky votes. The have-nots are Christian's team. No, not Christian's team. Hannah's team. Is Hannah with Christian? I need my charts, damn it. Hannah was not a part of the decision. People volunteered to be have-nots, and Hannah was not consulted, and she's a have-not now, and she's kind of ticked off. I think it's Hannah, and yeah, I think. Oh no, it's Brent, because Brent is a teammate of Derek X. So it's Derek X, Brent, Hannah, and is that Tiffany with them? I think that may be it. So yeah, Hannah's not happy about the have-not situation. Kyland has told Hannah she's safe. So let's talk about Kyland. Kyland is in a bit of a pickle again. These teams thing and being in a lot of alliances are going to be a problem for the first few weeks here, it seems. Because I did this as soon as the show ended. It's like, okay, let's look at this. Kyland is in the Butchers. Speaking of the Butchers, Christian told Alyssa about the Butchers. So that alliance has been exposed. Alyssa's like, you knew this and didn't tell me? He's like, yeah. And so yeah. Alyssa found out about the Butchers. So look, people are going to know about that's not a secret. If you don't keep it a secret, it's not going to stay a secret. I know that sounds simplistic, but the truth is, start talking about alliances with people, and word's going to get around. So Kyland is in the Butchers. Thus, Kyland is in Slaughterhouse. Kyland is also in the Cookout. Kyland has a very tight relationship, and I think even a final two, with Sarah Beth, who is in none of those alliances. Hannah is not officially in the Cookout, but she is seen as a member of the Cookout, like a very important guest kind of the Cookout. Point is, when you pick all of those things and include that anybody on Kyland's team is safe, which is Claire, and I can't remember who else right now, but they're safe. So there's nobody left except for the only people that are not in one of Kyland's alliance or on his team is Brittany and Derek X. Now, I don't think Derek X will get nominated, because remember, Derek X actually saved Kyland with the power of veto. But that's who's left. So Brittany is actually nervous, and she has a right to be nervous. And people are saying, I can see Brittany going. I have no idea right now. I have no idea what's going to happen. Kyland says he's not going to promise a bunch of people, but by alliances and a bunch of people are going, oh, he won't take the Slaughterhouse Alliance seriously. Look, You can say that, but what are you telling you? He's going to go up to 7 other people and go like, sorry, I can't take this alliance seriously? Or, if he says I want to put up 2 people out of that alliance, well, then the whole alliance is going to be like, what the hell? It's not necessarily an easy thing to say he won't take it, that he won't keep people in that alliance safe. And we also still have the wild card. And the wild card is still not quite clear. They're thinking that it may run like it did last week, and we know it's not going to. I don't think it's going to. Julie said the wild card winner will have to switch teams if they want to use it, if they want to be safe, which I thought about, and others have thought about, sure, I'm sure too. It's like, how's that going to work? Because how do they choose to switch teams? Does that mean switch with someone else, or does that mean just change teams? Because if they chose to, if the wild card winner said, I want to be on Jokers, well, that put 5 people on Jokers. So I don't think that's the option. I think the option, I'm guessing, and I'll probably be wrong, but one of my thoughts was that the winner of the wild card will only be safe if they switch with someone, and the person they switch with will be safe as well. Of course, that wouldn't matter if they switched with someone that's on a safe alliance, except for the person coming off of it would be safe in the new alliance they went to. I don't know. Depending on who wins, it could really have an effect on if they used it or not. Would Frenchie switch teams if he won it? By the way, Frenchie is playing in it. At least he was slotted to play in it. He told his people, it seems like he said, I want to play in the thing because I feel like I'm at risk. I wouldn't blame him. And the way that Rita and Azal were talking, or Brittany and Azal were talking, it sounds like he's going to play it. I never heard Derek Frazier talk about it, but I have a suspicion that he'll go along with it too. So it sounds like Frenchie is playing in it. I don't know who the ones are. There's 3 that can play from the other team. Apparently you can't play if you played before. So the 3 people from the other 2 teams that haven't played will have the option to play. Both teams have said that they're going to draw chips to figure out who gets to play, so we don't know yet. But there's 7 different people that could win the wild card. I don't know if any of them would be willing to switch teams. But hey, safety might be a strong attraction to do it, depending on who won it. If Brent wins it, would he be willing to switch teams? I don't know. To be safe, maybe. How much does he trust Kyland? Brent's running his mouth a lot, and people were saying, you got to be aware of this. Now, remember, Kyland, so I'm jumping a train of thought because I know where I'm at in my drive to work, and I've got to get all these thoughts out. Kyland is on a team with Claire and Tiffany, right? So, they are going to have his ear. He wants to meet with them. He did not meet with them last night. But they plan on kind of working on him and finding out where his mind's at and guiding him. And we'll see how strong Tiffany is at doing this. She is trying to play a very I'm dumb, but I'm really smart game. And she is. A lot of people are raving about Tiffany, and I completely agree. She is sharp on the ball. She knows what's going on. I, again, would love to see her and Claire, who's another Big Brother fan, and Derek go far. I would love to see Tiffany and Derek go far. I would love, and I'm going to keep saying it until it falls apart, to see Tiffany and Derek kind of be a Danielle and Jason kind of a alliance, because they're not really outing their alliance other than now that Claire's kind of saw some of this going on. But that's okay. I like Claire too. But those 2, Claire and Tiffany, should in theory get Kyland's ear for a while. But they also know that he's kind of in tight with people, and they're a bit concerned. And Derek has said that Derek told them in this conversation that he had that Kyland's been kind of in with some of the guys, and so they need to be aware of that. I don't know where Kyland's going to go. He's better than Frenchie in that he's not as erratic as Frenchie came across, but he's going to be in a pickle. He told people, I'm not going to talk to a bunch of people, and then I watched him tell an awful lot of people that they were safe. So he may know who he's nominating, and he may not tell. I would say this. I don't think Kyland is going to tell the people he's going to nominate that they're safe like Frenchie did. That's what I would say. But I can't say that that Kyland isn't promising a lot of people safety. And someone advised him, don't don't get a target in your head until after the wild card, which is a very smart thing to say. The feeds are going to be down a lot today. They're going to be down for the wild card competition. They're going to be down for nominations. Hopefully, we'll get to see Kyland's talks. He's planning on doing it bang, bang, rapid. We'll see how that works. It's going to be interesting. I will keep an eye on it and try to keep you guys updated on what I hear and see. But what else do I want to try? Anything else I want to touch? I'm actually almost at work. Sarah Beth is good with Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany wants Brent out. I know that. Kyland specifically told Hannah she was safe. I watched that. I'm like, okay. He also said he wasn't going to tell a bunch of people, but he did. Told Sarah Beth, you're totally safe with me, and I'm not telling anybody else they're safe. but whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else, and I just can't right now. I'm sorry. I hate this. I hate it when I have so much information that I can't share it. But that's it. That's all I got. Gotta go. Have a good morning, guys. I'll throw out an update if I have a chance and I think of it. But for now, I have to go. So be well, be safe. I will talk to you guys this weekend, too. I'm not waiting until Monday. So we'll talk to you again later. Thank you to my patrons. I got a new patron overnight. I haven't messaged you yet, but I will. Thank you for that. And again, hope you're all well. And we'll see you or talk to you later. Bye-bye.